your sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So, I have not had time to make videos this week. I've been very busy, but it seems like every time I get into the car, that's when the downloads come. And so here we are. And so today's download actually came from a dream and some music. And so I'm very tired. I'm so tired. But the dream I had, oh no you don't. Sorry, the heated steering wheel decided that I didn't need heat anymore. I love little warm hands. Ooh. Anyways, damn, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, so I had this dream at like 2 a.m. and it was so vivid. There was so much energy in it. And you know, you just know that dreams are like, that this one's different than the other dreams. There's something to this one. So there was something to this one, but it didn't make sense to me. But once I got in the car, they're like, download for the collective. I was like, oh, it was a dream for you. Anyways, so in my dream, I'm sitting there, and I'm at my house. It's not my house, but it's like this white house in this cul-de-sac. And I'm sitting on the grass. It was like such beautiful green grass. And there was this baby. And beside me, and it wasn't my kid, it was like, I was babysitting. I was wondering, like, am I related to it somehow? Like, am I like Aunt so-and-so? But, I don't know. I can't get that far into that detail. And then I'm just sitting there chilling with this baby who's like 2. And then this car pulls up and this other family comes in. And it was like someone that I had previously known. And it was like husband, wife, and kid. And like the husband just pissed me off in this dream. And I didn't know why I got so mad, but it was like the car that they pulled up in. So this is like a little bit of my real life. So in my real life, before all these big changes, I was trying to get this one car. And I loved it. It was like perfect, but it didn't work out. And so now I got this car that's got heated steering wheel, so that makes me happy. But yeah, so in this car, this like, I guess it was like somebody, so in the dream, that's the only part that I knew. The car, I was like, oh, that's the car that I wanted before. And then, so yeah, back to your dream download message. Oh, dead wolf on the side. Hate seeing that stuff. Anyways, oh, it's a dead dream. It was a dead dream because in it, I really wanted that car. But whatever it was like something that you really, really wanted. And so I think the reason why in the dream I got so mad at this guy is because he pulled up all cocky in this like vehicle that I had previously wanted. And he was like, the energy was like, look at me. I went and did everything that you wanted, and you don't have this, but I do. And then in my dream, I was like, you didn't even want that stuff. Like, you don't even like that color. You didn't even want that car. And it was like all these things. But really, it turned out to be like so much more. That's just like wrapping it up so that I could understand how to share the message. So in this dream, I got so mad. I was like, this person is coming into my space, my house, flaunting all this shit that they knew that I wanted, but I had to walk away from, right? It's like the universe was like, no, this isn't for you, and they kind of took it away. And so there you are, like, rebuilding your life, happy with whatever you're doing. And then they're like, hey, look what you don't have. And so in the dream, I was just like, that's what I said. I was like, what the fuck? And then they like looked over, and they were like, I guess they had a kid with them too. Yeah, this was a wife and kid. And they had the kid, and they're like, you swore in front of my child. And then, because I also swore in front of the other child, they got so mad. They're like, they went into their house, dropped off their stuff, and then I went into my house. And I was just chilling, doing whatever. And then all of a sudden, the guy like came over and like busted through my house. Like, didn't even knock, didn't anything. Just like came into my house and just started screaming at me. And then I was like, you get out of my space. This is my safe space. And then he left. Because he was like, well, why are you even mad? Why are you even mad? And then I was like, you knew that I wanted all those things and that would come and hurt me. Like, you're sitting there just to flaunt it in my face. And then he's like writing everything down. then I didn't really click why he was writing it down. But then he left, and he called the cops. He called the cops on me. So then the cops came, and I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna get in trouble for swearing, for saying what the fuck. And the cop goes, like, takes their statement, all these things, and then when he comes over to me, it was like, I thought he was gonna, like, ask my side of it and those kind of things, because there was, like, so much history and backstory to it, and there were, like, previous times and whatnot, but on things were documented and record in the past. So it's like this cop goes over to them, takes them for their word, writes everything down, comes over to me. I think he's gonna ask my thing, so I'm like getting a piece of paper so I could write. And it turned out, like, when I pulled out a piece of paper, the thing that was on it was the last time that the cops came or something like that. I guess cops had been previously called, and it showed that in that one I had gotten mad, or I had lost my temper. So rather than asking, why did you lose your temper, what was the scenario of that time, they were just like, you're guilty, you need to learn to control your emotions. And then they just arrested me, and no, they were going to arrest me, but right now they have to go take all their information back. And I was like, well, aren't you going to ask my story? They're like, no, we don't need to. And I was like, yeah, but I have a very valid, just reason. And then you're like, no, it doesn't matter what you think or say. And then he went out into, like, this, like, Jeep army type vehicle, and I was just like, please, like, listen to me. And like, I looked at their uniform, and I was like, this is false. This authority isn't the correct authority. And so all of a sudden I, like, woke up, and then my guides came in, and so whatever the situation that happened previously, whatever karmic situation you were in, whoever this message is for, it's not going to be for everyone, but you were falsely accused of things, and like, justice didn't prevail for you. You got the shit hand of the stick, and you got taken advantage of, and you lost a lot. You lost so much, but in doing so, you, like, released it, and you just went to go rebuild or whatever. But in this, like, this energy still keeps coming back to, like, poke. And the guides, so when I came back, and I was like, well, that's just not fair. And then my guides were like, exactly. The authority that was the authority on the past situation, or of that situation, they're like, we need to investigate that authority or something like that. Because it was false, like, they were impersonating something, like, they didn't actually have the credentials or the something to even have a say in the way that justice was to go. And so whatever this one was like, and I felt it, I was like electric, and I'm all about Matt, and I'm all about fairness and justice, and I don't think you have to be, like, by the book for everything, but I do believe in it. And then, yeah, so when I woke up, they were like, this authority needs to be investigated. So the justice needs to have justice. And so, yeah, it was like crooked, it was something, it was like they were friends behind the scenes, and so they weren't even going to listen to you. Like, I don't know, there was just something weird about it. And then I get in my car, because I was like, that's a weird dream. It was so energetic, though. That's why I was like, I can't sleep. Like, I feel like I've been, like, electrocuted by lightning. And yeah, so then I get in my car, I'm listening to downloads, music, going to my place that I go to on the daily. Oh, I hope this kicks in. And then the first song that came on was Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. And so, yeah, No More Crying. And then Frank, whatever else came. There was quite a few songs, because, like, no, I'm not making a video. And then I was like, hey, look, the sun didn't even come out today. Like, it just seems like something's very blah today. Something's very blah today. And I don't know, but that's what they said, was like, no more tears. And then it's like whatever it was, and then they brought it back to that car that I wanted. And So this person's like, if I get this car, I'm gonna rub it in their face. But you know what? By me not getting that car, man, I didn't have those car payments because I wanted that car to go somewhere and then start this job. And when I got to the job, like I didn't like it. The guy gave me creepy vibes, and so I quit. And so I didn't have a job for a while, and then so therefore I didn't have to worry about all those car payments, and it did put me into massive debt. So the moral of all this that the Spirit wanted me to share with whatever was unjustly wrong to you is your blessing in disguise. But I guess like the whole thing that caused it to be bigger than it should have been was the yelling at them. That's not fucking fair. Just let it go. It isn't fair. I know it's not fair. You know it's not fair. Spirit knows it's not fair. And so whatever this justice was that was like physically outside of you, they don't have the final say. Spiritual law always has the final say. And karma is a real thing. And the protectors of Matt don't fuck around. So by you getting out of your cool, by you overreacting, it just shows a pattern. And so people are going to see this pattern. But if you go and choose peace and you grow from this and you learn from this and you're like, you know what, I didn't really want that car or that whatever you lost, because Spirit, maybe it was meant for you, because that's what I felt. It was like, ha 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 ha, I'm living the life that you should have been living and you aren't part of this. And like maybe that could be like family, like you lost your family and some other girls now in your place, or guy or whatever, or a job, or you know, just you're an actor and you auditioned for a role and you were the best one, but so and so was sleeping with the director, so they got it. Like there's life's fucked up, man. But that's what I see is the person who will take the director. He doesn't, right? He's also human, and he has his karmic lessons that he needs to work through. And the only one who at the end is Spirit. And so keep focusing on your healing journey, and there are things that are going to come back and trigger you, but if it really was meant to be yours, it would be yours. And sometimes that's really shitty to say, like it wasn't meant to be, and you're just like you know, I get it. But sometimes there's like a hidden blessing in it that you don't understand till later down the road. Like this fell apart so that this really beautiful, amazing thing could happen later. And so at the beginning of the dream, like they were sitting on this, the grass was so green, and this kid was so joyful, and like it was nice. And so I feel like I've been chatting a lot lately, and I finally made it to the city. So I'm gonna wrap this up and tell you that you're gonna get triggered when people come to like rub shit in your face, and they're just saying, choose the higher road, choose yourself, choose happiness. Even if it's not fair, Spirit will deal with it, and everything will play out. It just won't be alright if you lose your fucking marbles. You know what I'm saying? When it comes time to like cash in receipts and all these things. Because like I said, in the dream, it was like there was records of like previous things and incidents. And that one authority dude, because I don't even know what he was. He wasn't a cop, he wasn't military, I don't even know why he was in my house. But he obviously did not follow the book, by the book. And so, oh yeah, my guides like woke up and was like, we could sue that guy. And he will be so falsely whatever. I don't really know like that kind of talk. But yeah, so it actually was something really big. But they're just saying this is a big deal, but don't lose yourself, because when it comes time to cash the receipts and you've already lost all your marbles, you ain't gonna have no marbles to give them or receipts. Just stay calm, stay cool, and know that whatever was taken will come back in a different way and better. So yeah, it was intense, and I'm tired, and that was so much energy. And so I can only imagine how much energy you've been putting forth into this. I feel like it, oh yeah, there was something I was singing, one of the songs, and it was like talking about the heart, And for some reason I was like, I pointed to the head, and it was like the heart knows, but the mind can't understand what happened or fathomed. It's not fair. It's not fair. And you know what? It really is not fair. But you can't let that destroy the rest of your life. And maybe you overreacted one time, so don't beat yourself up. Don't become like that. Something about the heart. It was about the heart. So let's bring some heart into this, because when you choose love and you choose to not let it sink in and hurt you and harm you, because I feel like they keep going out of their way to be like, we're so perfect and look what you're missing out. I have your life. And it's like, your life is going to be better than that. So everything can always be rebuilt, even better. And that's what will happen if you don't let the arrows that they're trying to dagger eyes shoot at you affect you, right? Be like, whatever, what a bunch of jokers, and then you go off on your own, and they're like, well, we wanted to see her cry, we wanted to see her flip shit, like, why is she not flipping tables? It's funny, I'll flip fucking tables for you in spirit. So spirit will flip tables. Maybe I won't. I would love to, but just let's stay cool. So I don't know, I felt that energy, and so I'm mad for you. And you know what, I understand how hard it is to let go of that anger, but man, it doesn't feel good in the long run to keep holding that emotion. I think they say something like emotions last for 19 seconds or 30 seconds or something like that. So anytime that you are feeling that even longer than that, that means it's trapped in your cells in your body. And so you're becoming trapped like a bird in a cage from your own mind with your anger, right? What's that one saying? Like Rumi or someone, it's like, anger is like holding on to a hot coal and hoping it burns the other person. The only person who got burnt in that was you or me, for holding on to that anger and blah blah blah, choose peace. And it doesn't mean that you have to forgive this situation or forget this situation, but it's let go of that anger to retaliate or act out or be triggered. It's the triggering that was the main thing in this, because every time you got triggered, it took away so much opportunity, because they're like, nope, we're not even going to see. And now you got this whole other thing to deal with that wasn't fair, but it's just going to create a bigger problem than initially was. And then at the end of it, I was looking at this baby beside me, and he was just so sweet and innocent and everything. And I was like, it's not fair that you had to see all this. And then he just had his cool baby energy, and he was like, it's okay, I still love you. And so I feel like that's the energy you gotta have for yourself. It's okay, I still love you. Spirit still loves you, and there is something to come back. So whatever was lost or taken or stolen or destiny swapped, if you're that, they can't really do it. The only way that it could be successful is if you step down in your power and you lose your marbles and you stop trying. But if you're watching shows like this, of course you're not going to stop trying. You got sunshine in your soul, and it's going to spark. Maybe the sun didn't come out today and no wicked epic sunrises, but doesn't mean it's not out. And maybe we'll see the sunrise tomorrow. I do believe in Matt and justice, so spirit will balance out what needs to be balanced out. Because I do feel like there is some shady, shifty shit and some crookedness, and it was meant to hurt you, it was meant to make you cry, but I don't know. You wouldn't give them that power, but you did overreact and yell and anger, and that's the thing that's who's brother? Okay. But really, I gotta go, so I hope you have a good day. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.